The world of psychiatry is not just about diagnoses and medications. No, it's also about something that we are all involved with every day, something we need every day. What are you going to eat today, dear little boy of mine? What are you going to eat today, dear little boy of mine? Food. Have you ever noticed how different you feel after eating certain foods? There's some meals they leave you energized and clear-minded, and others, they can make you feel exhausted, bloated, and emotionally out of sync. Now, most people think nutrition is all about weight, calories, and appearance, but food affects something much deeper than that. It affects your mind and your emotions and your connection to yourself. I have a self-confession. I know for myself that when I have ice cream at night, I always feel pretty crummy the next morning. If I could just get myself upstairs to bed and not give in to my craving to open up the freezer and dig into some chocolate chip mint, if I could resist that urge, I always feel better in the morning. How about you? Food, glorious food, a hot sausage and mustard. So today I want to talk about the mind-gut-soul connection and why the food we eat shapes not only our physical health, but also how we think, feel, and experience life. Most people don't realize this, but our gut and brain are constantly communicating. Our gut actually contains millions of neurons. It's directly connected to our brain through the vagus nerve. In fact, 90% of serotonin, one of the body's major feel-good chemicals, is produced in the gut. So when your gut health suffers, your mental health suffers as well. That's why people with poor gut health will experience anxiety, depression, brain fog, low energy, mood swings, poor sleep. I see this all the time in my work as a psychiatrist. People complain about these things. They don't even realize that it probably starts with what they're eating. Your body is always talking to you through its cravings, mood changes, and exhaustion. These aren't meant to punish you. These are signals. Now, modern food culture has disconnected us from these signals. We have normalized eating into ultra-processed foods filled with artificial dyes, preservatives, pesticides, and excess sugar. Our bodies were never meant to handle all this. Quite simply, our brain is built from what we feed it. Our hormones are built from what we feed it. Our cells are built from what we feed it. As the good book says, you are what you eat. Well, of course, that's not exactly true. We do have a soul, which is really who we are. But obviously, food is the building block of our cells. So nutrition is not just biological, it's emotional too, and spiritual. We all know that people use food to cope with stress and loneliness and when they feel overwhelmed. We know the phrase, comfort food. Most of us were never taught how to slow down and truly listen to our bodies. We eat when we're rushing around, when we're distracted, when we're emotionally numb, while we're scrolling, while we're totally stressed out. Peas, pudding, and Savoy. What next is the question? Rich gentlemen have it, boys, indigestion. That song, of course, is from Oliver, where all the rich guys are eating good food and they got indigestion. So healing your relationship with food is all about connection. Learning how to ask, how does this food actually make me feel? Instead of asking, how many calories does it have? Two foods, they can contain the same amount of calories, and yet one may energize you, one may drain you. So there's lots of books and videos that talk about what we should eat. I can't claim myself to be an expert in this field, but there's lots of research that says the following. Fresh fruit, grass-fed meats, eggs, herbs, raw honey, healthy fats, vegetables, fermented foods. These help people feel mentally clear and emotionally more grounded. Real nourishment creates alignment. Then you start feeling more connected to your body instead of fighting against it. Our culture today, unfortunately, profits from disconnection from our health, our food, our bodies, and our soul. We live in a world of overstimulation with constant scrolling, stress, and jolts of dopamine. People get spiritually exhausted because their nervous systems never take time to rest. Healing sometimes starts with simply slowing down. Intermittent fasting or even 24-hour fasts, having just water and salt, can be incredibly powerful. The good news is that your body naturally wants to heal. Your body is always trying to come back into balance. You don't need to become perfect overnight. Small, consistent changes, consistency, matter more than extremes. One of the most important things is to know that your body is your friend, not your enemy. Your symptoms are communicating something to you. Your body is not trying to punish you. It's trying to protect you, adapt for you, and signal to you. But to make these changes requires work. As the saying goes, no pain, no gain. But then you're in charge of your life and not being a slave to your desires. At the end of the day, nutrition is about much more than appearance. It's about energy, mental clarity, healing, presence, and connection. The gut and the brain are deeply connected. And when we nourish the body well, we will then also nourish our mind and our emotions. And that will deepen your connection with your soul.